Welcome to my channel, Chemistry Not Mystery. You can also visit my website chemistrynotmystery.com. Today's topic is quantum numbers. Watch this video till the end to learn what are the quantum numbers, what are the types of quantum numbers, how these quantum numbers are related to each other, and how to assign quantum numbers, and what is the significance of quantum numbers. First, try to understand what are the quantum numbers. Like a pin code, electrons have a set of quantum numbers. Each quantized energy level has a particular set of quantum numbers. A set of quantum numbers can define the position of an electron in any quantized energy levels, as pin codes define a particular area in the country. Quantum numbers are of four types: principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number, magnetic quantum number, and spin quantum number. I will explain to you each quantum number separately, then I will discuss their interrelationship. First one is the principal quantum number. It defines the number of orbit or shell. It is represented by a small letter n, and its value can be 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Energy of orbit increases as the value of principal quantum number increases, and it reaches to 0 for n is equal to infinity. How many orbitals are possible in an orbit? Each orbit has different types of subshell, so has the different number of orbitals. In first orbit, there is only one subshell, that is s, so has just one orbital. In second orbit, s and p subshells are there, so has total 4 orbitals, 1 of s and 3 orbitals of p. Similarly, third orbit has total 9 orbitals. When you observe it carefully, you will find that for a given value of n, maximum number of allowed orbitals are n square. Next quantum number is azimuthal quantum number. It defines the type of subshell. It tells about the shape of orbital. Like S subshell is spherical, P is dumbbell shaped, shape of D is double dumbbell, while the shape of F is diffused. I have discussed it in detail in my previous video of quantum mechanical model of an atom. You can find its link in the description box. Azimuthal quantum number also tells about the number of angular nodes. Its value can be 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. For S, its value is 0, which means S has no angular node. For P, its value is 1, which means P has one angular node. For D, its value is 2, for F, it's 3 and so on. So how azimuthal quantum number is related to the principal quantum number? For a given value of n, value of L ranges from 0 to n minus 1. Let's check it. For n is equal to 1, that means first orbit. In first orbit, there is only s subshell, and the value of azimuthal quantum number for s is 0. If n is equal to 2, that means second orbit. In second orbit, there are s and p subshells. The value of L for s is 0 and for p it's 1. Similarly, you can observe here for n is equal to 3. The value of azimuthal quantum number ranges from 0 to 2, that is 3 minus 1. One more point you can notice here, that the value of L can never be equal to the value of n. And for a given value of n, the total values of L will be equal to n. Like for n is equal to 2, there are two possible values of L, which are 0 and 1. Now come to the third quantum number, magnetic orbital quantum number. It is represented by m sub L. It defines the spatial orientation of orbital. Its value depends on the value of L, that is azimuthal quantum number. The value of m sub L ranges from minus L to plus L. For S, the value of L is 0, so the value of M sub L will be 0. For P, the value of L is 1, so the value of M sub L will be -1, 0 and +1. And for D, the value of L is 2, so the value of M sub L will be -2 to +2. That means possible values can be -2, -1, 0, +1 and +2. If you observe here, the possible values of M sub L can be equal to 2L + 1. Let's check this formula for F. The value of L for F is 3, so that it can have 2 into 3 + 1 equal to 7 values of M sub L. And yes, it ranges from -3 to +3. And there are 7 values. So that's how you can find the value of M sub L on the basis of L. But why do we get different values of M sub L? The magnetic quantum number defines the orientation of orbital in the space. Let's see how these orbitals are arranged in this space. S orbital is spherical. The value of azimuthal quantum number for S is 0. So the value of magnetic orbital quantum number will also be 0. You will understand it better with the example of p orbital. You know that the p orbital is dumbbell shaped. P orbital, the one that is aligned to x-axis, named as px. The other that is aligned to y-axis is named as py, and pz is aligned to z-axis. Because of 3 different orientations, they have 3 different values of M sub L. The L value for P is 1, so the value of M sub L will be -1, 0 and +1. Now come to the d orbital. 4 out of 5 d orbitals have similar double dumbbell shape. The shape of dz square is different from the other 4 orbitals. All 5 orbitals are degenerate. That means they have similar energy, but have different orientations in the space, so have different values of magnetic orbital quantum number. The value of azimuthal quantum number is 2 for D, so the value of magnetic orbital quantum number ranges from -2 to +2. In the d orbital, there are 2 nodal planes or 2 types of nodes. Angular node depends on the shape of orbital, so its value is equal to the value of azimuthal quantum number. Radial node depends on the shape as well as the distance from the nucleus, so its value can be calculated by the formula n minus L minus 1, where n is the principal quantum number, L is the azimuthal quantum number. You can calculate the total number of nodes by using the formula n minus 1. Now come to the F orbital. Its shape is diffused and it has 7 degenerate orbitals. The azimuthal quantum number for F is 3. The magnetic orbital quantum number ranges from -3 to +3. The last quantum number is spin quantum number. You know that an orbital can be shared by a maximum of 2 electrons. Thus, both the electrons share the same orbit, same subshell and same orbital. But they have different spin. One has a clockwise spin, so the other will have anti-clockwise spin. The motion of electron is just like that of Earth. As the Earth moves around the Sun and simultaneously revolves in its axis, electron also revolves around its axis and simultaneously moves in its orbit. Spin quantum number defines the spin of an electron. Spin quantum number has 2 possible values, +½ and -½ One corresponds to the clockwise spin and other to the anti-clockwise spin. Arbitrarily, it is taken as +½ for unpaired electron. Let's try to assign all 4 quantum numbers to the electron of hydrogen. First, write the electronic configuration of hydrogen, that is 1s1. as this electron belongs to the first orbit. The principal quantum number n will be equal to 1. Next quantum number is azimuthal quantum number, and it defines the type of subshell. Here it is S subshell, so the value of L will be 0. Next one is magnetic orbital quantum number. Its value depends on the value of L, so it will be 0. The last one is spin quantum number, and its value for the unpaired electron will be +12. Now try to assign quantum numbers to both of the electrons of helium and then compare them. Electronic configuration of helium is 1s2. Now place them in an orbital. Can you spot the first electron of helium? For it, the principal quantum number will be 1, azimuthal quantum number will be 0, magnetic quantum number also will be 0, and spin orbital quantum number will be +12. Now spot the second electron of helium. Principal quantum number will be 1, azimuthal quantum number will be 0, so the magnetic quantum number also will be 0, and spin quantum number will be -12 because second electron is paired 1. When you compare quantum numbers of both the electrons, you will find that there are 3 quantum numbers that have similar values for both the electrons. Because both the electrons share the same orbit, same subshell and same orbital, but they have different spins, so have a different value of spin orbital quantum number. It is the Pauli exclusion principle. According to it, no 2 electrons of the same atom can have the same set of all 4 quantum numbers. Or in the other words, you can say 2 electrons present in the same orbital can be distinguished by spin orbital quantum number. So, what is the significance of quantum numbers? On the basis of quantum numbers of the outermost electron, an element gets its particular place in the periodic table. Elements belong to the same group have similar outer electronic configuration, and that is called the group configuration. For example, configuration of hydrogen is 1s1, configuration of lithium is 1s2, 2s1, configuration of sodium is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. Here the outer electronic configuration is 1s1 for hydrogen, 2s1 for lithium, 3s1 for sodium. So you can write the general group configuration as ns1, where n is the principal quantum number. Now assign the principal quantum number of last electron of lithium. It is 2 and it belongs to the second period. Similarly, sodium belongs to the third period, and the principal quantum number of last electron is also 3. Now we can generalize it as the value of principal quantum number is equal to the number of period. Since all the elements have similar outer configuration, so have similar values of azimuthal quantum number, magnetic quantum number and spin quantum numbers. I hope you now understand the quantum number, but even if you have any doubt, you can post it in the comment box, and don't forget to like and share this video. And to get more such videos, please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to get a notification. You can also join my Telegram channel. Thanks for watching. Keep learning. Stay safe.